Hello everyone, welcome back to Dad's Gaming, ZHP 2004 here, and we're going to do a little more cycle division. Going to start out in the buggies, hopped into, well, this hopper, and automatically landed here, so we'll see how far we can improve here. My big goal is to just, get through the carnage and try to get a clean lap, and I probably preface that many races, but it really is kind of key to just trying to start up front so you don't have to battle with everything that's going on in the background there. And didn't do an update for or a video for the updates that Forza had rolled out as far as the new race regulations or the ghosting of back markers or anything. I know a lot of guys had already had videos up, and I don't follow the news as closely as a lot of people. I do recommend, if you want to check that out, absolutely, you can search that out. I'm sure there's probably about a dozen different videos out there on Forza race regulations. But now this is just going to be another night of 3 or 4 races. And we're going to see how it goes. After one lap and change, we're up to third. And we'll see if we can't close the gap. I was okay running back here in third. I figured, that's not bad. I'm good spot. I got a little bit of room behind me, some room in front of me. You'll probably, get a clean lap in here. Kind of solidify myself a good starting spot. But these guys up front, they decide to, kind of get together and push on each other, and that gives me a good run up through the final corner here at the Monza mini circuit or short circuit, whatever you want to refer to it as. And we had 5 laps of this, and we're gonna cut through towards the end because nothing really happened after that. And yeah, just the final lap. So put a little bit of distance between myself and the guys behind. I don't know if they were just battling or I had decent pace, but just driving, pushing, and going for the cleanest lap I can, and just to improve our starting position in the next race. So if you find yourself really far back, try to get clear of some people. Try to, just bang out a solid lap. If your race is going absolutely to crap, just try to bang in a solid, clean lap that's going to give you a good starting position for the next race, and turn your race day or your race night around and get on started with the next one on the right foot. So, but we're gonna cruise home here in first place. And we'll move on to the next track. Gonna be, you see, we got quite a few clean laps in there, which is always nice to see. Kind of wish, I don't really think drafting plays too much of a part in that, but we're gonna move to Hockenheim here with the McLaren F1 GT. Gonna start off here third place and try to survive turn 1. Now with the ghosted back markers, you don't have to really worry about rammers so much, other than first lap, first couple corners, like we're going to see. We're going to have a TVR just come weighing in from the right hand side, and well, that turn just kind of everybody wound up with one another. I get on that curb, avoid that curb, just avoid it, and just like I avoided the Mercedes there. So we're back a couple places down, coming up to the hairpin, which is always an interesting place, especially turn 1. Well, there goes the TVR. I turn in. We're going to try 4 wide. 4 wide doesn't work, so I back out, let everybody go. So we dropped a number of places. So we started third, still top 10 at the moment, and well, Ferrari gets together, and we'll take one spot, and we're going to just keep going up around here. And you already know, probably happens every hopper, 1 or 2 guys are going to go off here into the sand trap, so we're going to bide our time. Sure enough, there's 1, 2, well, 3. So we go from 7th to 4th in one corner without really having to do anything. We got these guys battling up here. Tried to take 2 spots by going up the inside. Maybe not the smartest thing, but we'll take 1. We'll go up the 3rd and see if we can't work on improving this a little further. You know, the leader's not that far ahead. Got a chance to catch him. Come down to turn 1 and try to take that, you know, nice and clean, kind of slide it out a little bit. Second place pushes a little wide. Gonna come down to turn 2, get on the brakes, try to, you know, hug that outside to get a good cut. And again, guys, don't hit that curb. I hit that curb again, and it really upsets the car. I think most cars, more or less, you hit that and it kind of just throws you to the outside. So I think I eventually learned my lesson here on maybe the last lap. We had another Mercedes come back. I think the cutback on the guy that was up, but he got a better run out of the hairpin. So we're just going to come down through the second half of the track here and see how well it goes. And yeah, I'm too busy watching the guys in front of me. I overcut that corner, almost wound up in the tires. So just kind of back off a little bit, recompose, and see what we can do here. It looks like first place went off into the sand and got back on. Third place goes off into the sand. So there we are, back up third place. And I was really quick through this last section here, which was a good thing. It told me, you know, maybe I can make something happen through there later on if I can get close enough to first place, and if I could get around the guy in second. That was proving to be a bit of a challenge. Kind of takes that corner a little too sharp, pulls a little distance, and again, come up turn 2, going to get on the brakes, swing it, keep it, you know, to the inside, to be on the outside to get a better run on this corner, and he just totally blows that corner. Right now, you know, running our fastest lap yet, so he's not getting too far away. He's, you know, getting some distance that Mercedes really has some legs on it compared to the McLaren. But we're going to get up here to the hairpin, and he just kind of drives it in way too hard, and for some reason I stopped steering, and so I go off. But we get back on up to second place, and kind of see about working our way up to the leader here, and see if we can't close that gap, maybe battle. But you know, after a while, it wasn't looking like we were gonna, you know, catch him. So we're on you know, our clean lap now. We got room behind us. We're gaining on the leader. Not gonna catch him. So I'm thinking, you know, is it worth really trying to drive up on him? I really didn't want to dirty this lap. And right there, I just about kept that clean. I'm not sure how, and slid it. But we're going to take a second place on this one. And we're going to just take a look at the table here. And got the, excuse me guys, only clean lap on that. So I took a little break and came back later, and we're on the 70s Grand Prix cars. So starting near the tail end, I'm not sure what happened, why my car decided to go left. I must have steered in that direction, but I'm going to see how many spots, and there's just a gaggle of people there. I kind of slow down thinking this guy's going to go. Never really did, so I wasn't really going to wait. So, but we're up 9 spots in the matter of 2 turns, and see how much further we can get. Again, just get to a point where, you know, the people around you, you know, keeping pace, and try not to do that. And we come down here through the Love Tunnel, and I completely forget which layout we're doing. I think we're on the short, so I'm preparing to go right, and I was in the wrong gear and realized we were going left. and just had to totally correct that and see about making our way around here. So yeah, we're just gonna ride, see if we can make up a spot here on, is that the Honda? Around the, these two right-handers, and come up here. I go in the fourth and get on the brakes just to, try to keep the tires under me. I probably could have kept it in third, but the car liked to slide around. Make our way down through the S section here to the final, I guess, 180 left-hander. I'm way out of position. Way out of position. Went in way too shallow. Go way too wide. Carry way too much speed. But it seems to work out okay. And we're gaining on the two people in front of us, and there's some sort of get-together there. Not really sure what happened, but we've got one more position. And leader's right in front of us. And lo and behold, he puts it right in the tire wall. So within, again, a lap and a couple turns, find ourselves up front. A little bit of a spoiler. Did not have a clean lap this race, so I just, clipped that curb going through that chicane. Kind of wish they'd readdress the track limits through there, because there's very few and far between a clean lap through that chicane. It's doable. You lose some serious time, so it comes down to, do you want the clean lap or do you want a shot at winning? And every now and then you can do both, but not very often. But again, another first place there. So we're going to just go to a last little section of a bit of a race here at Road Atlanta. And we're going to be going up against a couple Ferraris, which on paper should totally outperform the Ford GT40. They have better acceleration, better handling, better brakes. The only thing I have is a little more top end. But I get a really good launch here, and we don't have anybody pressure us after turn one. It took me a couple races to realize, in the first race or two, that I didn't have clutch on. I was only running manual, so when I got to the 70s race, I made sure I turned clutch on, especially for this one. And this car was extremely squirrely through that first section. It took me, I think, just about all of 5 laps to figure out, how to take that. But eventually we get that done. So again, not going to bring you the full race here. Going to bring, first lap and probably a segment of the last lap, and we'll see, what kind of lap time we can turn here. You can look on the map. We're pulling distance, and I really thought I was going to be in trouble for this race, especially through that first section, or anywhere that there was a corner, and even getting onto the straights. Because I knew I didn't have the same acceleration levels as the Ferraris, that I might have had a speed advantage near the end of the lap. But you can see, by the end of the race, we have someone up ahead of us at a that looks like the Porsche 917. Had someone run that, but I sort of kind of figured out what that car wanted to do going through there, and it was basically just go dead slow. But yeah, guys, I had a long night of racing on this. There was probably 16 races that I wound up recording, and I kind of just went through and randomly pick and chose 4 just to post up here. And we'll get back at it again here real soon, and I hope to bring some more racing content, maybe a different hopper, maybe more of the same hopper, maybe get some of the people that I run with, and maybe get a lobby together and bring something in for you guys. But that's more or less just about going to do it. We're going to come down here. You know, very, I want to say, easy win on that one. And we're going to have quite a bit of time there that, you know, we made up, and pretty decent win. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, tell your friends. See you on the next one. Bye-bye.